What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com. And in this video, you're going to discover why YouTube influencer marketing is one of the most effective channels for app downloads, what type of YouTube videos are the most impactful, and how the heck do you find these YouTube influencers? Let's go. First up is Christy Choi. She is the co-founder of First Influence. Go check them out. But she's going to talk about why YouTube is the most effective channel.
It used to be that IG story was amazing at it. And before that, when Snapchat was hot, Snapchat was so great at driving installs. It was that swipe up feature, right? It's so easy to just swipe up and you're right in the app store and you can download. But nowadays, we're actually seeing really good conversions on YouTube. And I think it's because, well, it's a number of things. Like, we're not really looking at just installs, right? We're looking at capturing those users that will continue to come back to the app and actively use the app and hopefully pay for your subscription fees. So a platform like YouTube really gives the influencer a chance to demo the app and show, like, get people to the aha moment quicker. Where people just get, oh my God, I know exactly how I'm going to use this app. And so I think that tends to be kind of the advantage that we have with YouTube. Whereas on IG stories, it's very limited. There's so much content now on IG story. People are literally just tapping through and skipping, especially if it's an ad. They see that it's like a paid sponsored campaign. They're just going to tap through and skip. It also doesn't give you a ton of room to like go into in-depth demos before it gets quickly boring. And so I think all of those things kind of contribute to why YouTube is coming out ahead.
Next up, Christy goes on to say why YouTube integrations are so phenomenal for viewers, us viewers, and also for the sponsors. So for you app developers. Now, I've seen content. One guy, like, I didn't even know it was an ad. He's like, I went vegan for 30 days. Here's what happened. And then in the middle of it was like quick ad about like this plant-based thing. Are you seeing those being the more effective way of doing this, like product integration type of thing?
Yeah, this was a YouTube ad.
This was just a YouTube video. He was like, I went vegan for 30 days. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I've been vegan for about a year, a little bit over a year. And I'm like, that sounds interesting. Let me watch this. And then I didn't even know it was an ad. Like there was a little product integration right into the middle of it.
Yeah. So we call those integrations, like YouTube integrations. And that's the most common way brands work with YouTube influencers. And so you'll either get like at least a minimum 1 minute or 2 minutes, sometimes 2 to 3 minute mention or demo of the app or the brand product. And it usually happens in the middle of the video. We used to like to get influencers to talk about it within the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of their video, so that, because there's like viewership drop off, right? The longer the video goes on. But nowadays, the more recent practices are maybe we just leave it up to the influencer entirely. Like, as long as it's not at the very end, we just want you to integrate it somewhere in the middle of your video, wherever you see fit, wherever you see an opportunity to really naturally then segue into talking about the brand. We want that to happen. And we are not as concerned about the viewership drop off anymore at that point, because the people that are going to be buying or engaging with the ad are the ones that are already paying attention to the content anyways. And so, yeah, that's kind of the new trend in terms of like where the integration gets placed within the video.
And as a viewer, I was just more like, this is more interesting to watch than just your typical ad too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That would have been such an amazing integration if you have like a vegan recipe app or something. Like a video, getting integrated into a video like that would be amazing. So that's the other thing you have to think about when you guys are looking to hire influencers for an integration, is that you can't dictate what happens in the rest of the video, but you do want to at least have some say on, well, what type of video are you planning on making? And make sure that your app isn't going to be just so like, this is random. So yeah, most influencers would want it to be that way anyways. But yeah, it's definitely something you want to kind of ask about.
And it's so true. It's like, if you think about the headlines, because, as a YouTuber myself, like, I'm figuring out different headlines actually perform better in terms of views, and having that headline versus like, this food delivery plant-based thing is awesome. That's not going to drive views, whether you say, going to vegan for 30 days. That's a very popular thing. Doing something for 30 days, here's what happened, is a very popular thing that's happening on YouTube.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's like a trend on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's like, I tried this for 30 days. I tried the most popular TikTok workouts for 30 days. Here's what happened. That kind of stuff is so trendy. And so we like to kind of pay attention to those trends and see, oh, like our brand, one of our clients, like that would be such a good trend to integrate into. So then we look for influencers that are currently doing those trends. And then we hit them up and see if we can get a campaign going.
Next up is a client of ours and a guest of our podcast, and he shares how one YouTube influencer drove over 80,000 downloads and how he finds these YouTube influencers.
And the next big thing for us will be YouTube, where there we have seen massive downloads. So if you say like, what is probably the biggest download generator? It's YouTube, like tech influencers. So we were on an Indian one who has 1 million plus followers. And I think that gave us 80,000 downloads in like free. Yeah, we didn't pay, like they just talked about us for free.
He just found out about you guys?
Yeah, we pitched him. But he wasn't immediately connected. But we didn't hear back from him. And 2 months later, we were on the show.
Wow.
Sometimes, I mean,
how did you know you were on the show? Like what tipped you off? How did you figure out that it was this?
Yeah, we use Google News alerts on our brand, but that doesn't go through YouTube. And I think my co-founder, he uses a different service that also crawls YouTube. So I think that's also very important to then like how you keep track of those things, because often they wouldn't tell you, and you only find out through the news alerts. Yeah. So I think YouTube, that will be the next big thing for us.
Hey, David, I want to ask you, how are you able to find these influencers? Is it just like, is there a tool that you're using, or is it just literally going on YouTube and being like, doing the manual work of searching for them?
Yeah, on YouTube, you can also, look for videos that mention, I don't know, top keyboard apps, and then often you see related channels and you find those, and in the about section, you can click on
so it is a lot of manual.
It's very manual. And
yes.
They show you, this captcha, click on all traffic lights, click on all bicycles, and then you get it half the time, you get it wrong. So it takes a lot of time.
It seems like YouTube, I'm hearing a lot from others that YouTube seems to be the best channel from an influencer marketing perspective to go after for the app downloads. Next, this is the same podcast interview from David, but he actually shares this tip with me after we're done recording. But I wanted to share this with you guys, and he talks about how finding YouTubers that can create evergreen content versus trendy ones actually lead to more long-term app downloads. And I've actually heard this from our App Masters Elite Mastermind, and people have shared that they continually get app downloads from YouTube videos. And here are the types of videos that actually will get you those downloads way into the future. So here it is. Here's the difference. So here is a type of video that is very trendy, right? 10 Android apps that are seriously cool. And this is our client, Typewise Keyboard. You got to go check them out. Great keyboard app. But this is very trendy, right? Like it might be very popular in 2020 when the video was actually created, but later on, YouTube's algorithm is probably going to rank it less as 2021 comes up and 2022 and so forth, when those years are in the titles. So this video, while it has a ton of views, may only be good for 2020. But here are the types of actual videos that are gonna be great for years on end. Here it is, how to modify Android apps. So this isn't as timely, right? People are gonna be searching for this type of video all the time. And the cool thing about this, and here, today's video is sponsored by Typewise Keyboard, is a keyboard app is a type of app that you have to modify. So it perfectly integrates into the actual topic of the video. And from earlier in the video, you heard Christy talk about YouTube integrations. And this is the type of YouTube video that's actually gonna generate those long-term downloads that you're gonna get way into the future. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, and if you actually execute on this YouTube influencer marketing strategy, let me know how it goes as well. Put it in the comments or shoot an email to me, steve@appmasters.com. All right, until next time, I'll see you on the next video.